We have teachers that could be teaching with technology to multiple school districts. Aren't we tired of all of the school districts that we have being their own little fiefdoms?
Welcome back to This Week in Pennsylvania, joined by State Representative Mike Sturla, Democrat from Lancaster. It was his education funding bill that passed the House this week. It's historic. That was your colleague, Republican Jesse Topper, chair of the education, calling this bill a missed opportunity. Many Republicans wanted to overhaul the entire way we do schools in this state, since we're on the same model we've been on since the 1800s.
Yeah, and look, we are all for, obviously, COVID taught us we all need to be doing cyber education. But we also know that we're doing it at a rate that is, we can do it for less than $8,000 a student. The cyber charters say you can't possibly do it for $8,000 because some of the cases they're getting $31,000 per student. But the fact is, we want to try and make this the best thing we can possibly do and make the most effective use of this money.
60 of the 80-some page charters of the 80-some bill was about charter school reform, capping tuition, as you just mentioned, for cyber charters at $8,000. Lots more money for public schools, new rules, less money for cyber charters, no money for vouchers. Critics say the statewide teachers union could not have written a better bill.
You know what? I couldn't even tell you where the statewide teachers association is on this. They're
supportive.
Well, this is focused on the kids. This really is focused on the kids who literally have been cheated for decades. Decades.
Why not vouchers? Because if it's going to be $1.1 billion for schools and all this money's flying around, they want $100 million was the thing for some kids that are in low-performing districts. Because let's be honest, you can write the check today. That doesn't mean these schools in some of these areas are going to be better tomorrow. And shouldn't some of the kids get a chance to go to private schools?
If we were getting better results from any of the cyber charters, if we were getting better results from any of the voucher programs that there are, I think there'd be people that say, sure, why not?
Well, I think there's good results in some of the private schools. I don't speak to charters.
Some of the private schools. But we also know that those private schools are very selective about who they allow in. So it may be a poor kid, but it's a poor kid that's already achieving in the school.
A number of people said if the state doesn't give the money, then the local school district just raises taxes.
Right.
Okay, so you're going to give more money. Is there any mechanism in there that says that those school districts, A, can't raise taxes, or B, give some of the money back?
There is actually an equity fund, which says that we have $1.5 billion in an equity fund for those districts that have been overtaxing their citizens. And we've said, if you stop taxing them or if you lower your taxes, you have access to that $1.5 billion.
And if they don't?
If they don't, then they aren't going to get access to the $1.5 billion. We're not going to let them keep raising their taxes and get access to the additional money.
But nothing says they can't raise the taxes.
Right. Okay. Right. Because, again,
local.
We want to make sure that there's local control. If the locals say, you know what, not this year, maybe next year, but, you know, I'm okay with that. That's the locals and their taxpayers saying to them, that's okay.
Last question, House and Senate not in session next week, third week of June. The budget, as you know, been here 34 years, is due the fourth week in June. What do you make of that? Why is that happening? It's almost unheard of. Have you ever had the third week in June off?
I think it gives the people that are actually negotiating the budget an opportunity to negotiate the budget and not have to spend all their time on the floor of the House and worrying about legislation that's trying to move through to get bills positioned and do. I mean, personally, I think it's a great thing to have happen. I think it increases our chances of getting a budget done on time.
Personally, I'm a news reporter in Harrisburg all year long, so when you finish the budget in December, as you did last year, I'm here anyway. I'm happy to have something to talk about. What do you give me quickly? Are we going to be done on June 30th or shortly thereafter?
You know, maybe shortly thereafter. You know, I don't see this. Look, there's enough money. We have a $6 billion surplus, and we have our $6 billion rainy day fund and an $8 billion surplus. No one can say we can't afford things at least this year.
Okay. Mike Sturla, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Have a great summer. Congratulations on your bill.
Thanks.
Stay with us. Much more This Week in Pennsylvania when we come right back.